Well, the NFL realized that this is inevitable, that the fans are not staying home and watching all day on Sundays, so they have to go where the consumer goes, and that is across many, many platforms.
Right.
I think even Facebook's going to have highlights. So you kind of go where the meal is.
Lesley, I've got a question about these big contracts in the NFL. You got Aaron Rodgers getting this huge contract, $134 million. That's the headline number. And then Odell Beckham Jr., 5 years, $95 million. But those are the headlines, right? And those are the numbers that the agents really like to sell. I mean, that's not guaranteed. That's not actually what the players end up making, is it? I mean, what is sort of their final payday?
Well, for those two, they will have a hefty guaranteed contracts. But what it is that they call it new money in the NFL. And what happened was back since 2013, the salary cap has gone up 43%. It's almost, I think it's around 180 million now. So that means there's a lot of new monopoly money. I think it's interesting that Tom Brady, who's been to the Super Bowl in half of his career, makes a measly $20 million. So what it means, Tyler, is that if you want to go to the NFL, go to market now.
Are they being overpaid then, Aaron Rodgers and Odell Beckham? I mean, weren't they both injured for a big part of last year? And they haven't gone to the Super Bowl in half of the games in their career, as you gave that Tom Brady stat. I mean, are they worth that much?
You know, I'm always of the thought that it is what the market will bear, that unless the fans start saying, I can't afford to park, I can't buy season tickets, we haven't seen that yet, but it's sort of that the contracts are, you know, they can say, well, hey, Beyonce makes 5 times as much in 2 concerts. So if people want to go see Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers, believe me, they're not going to care when they're playing the Bears.
Tom Brady's wife makes 4 or 5 times as much as he does, actually. Aaron Donald, by the way, of the Rams just signed a $135 million deal within the last few minutes. Big defensive star. Let's turn to the other issue that is facing the NFL, and that is the anthem controversy and the matter involving Colin Kaepernick, who was the first protester who took a knee during the anthem. And yesterday, a court saw clear to allow his collusion case against the NFL to go forward. In other words, that he is being effectively banned by a collective decision of the owners not to employ him. How much jeopardy does the NFL face in the court of public opinion and the courts of law?
Well, here's what happened. It was almost 2 years ago to the day that Colin Kaepernick, he went, as many people now know, he went to his friend who was a decorated Green Beret, Nate Boyer, a former NFL player, and said, I would like to add my voice to Black Lives Matter. How can I do that in peaceful protest? And Nate Boyer said, take a knee, because that's what we do to honor a fallen soldier. So that's what Kaepernick did. It's sort of been lost. You know, it's kind of morphed into this thing now about they don't respect the anthem or they don't respect the flag, but that's not at all what he was doing. So I think that this determination by the court, what we know is that they found enough evidence for him to go forward with the collusion proceedings. Now, we don't know what will be at trial, but I think that it's a great thing that every single owner will get to be heard. Colin Kaepernick will get to be heard. And, you know, Tyler, as we all know, democracy dies in the darkness.